Alright, so for today we are going to be talking about PSPD's Program-Based Learning 1. I'm Stephen Ng.
And I'm Dachna.
Alright, so now for question 1. The question reads, you are required to create a program for a restaurant billing system. The system takes the price of three items and their respective quantities as input, process this information to calculate the total bill, including tax, and then outputs the final bill amount, assume, assuming a fixed sales tax of 10%. So for the part one of this question, we are going to be talking about the input IPO of this. So for the input, I put price 1, price 2, price 3, quantity 1, quantity 2, and also quantity 3. So for the calculation of the subtotal, I for price 1 times quantity plus price 2 times quantity 2 plus price 3 times quantity 3. And for the total, I just take the subtotal of this and minus the subtotal times 0.10, which is the 10% discount of it, which is the tax of it. And now for the variable and data type.
Okay. So in variable, we have placed price 1, price 2, price 3, and especially the quantity of quantity 1, 2, and 3. So the data type is float. So now we are going for pseudocode. So the starting we put start and input price 1, price comma price 2, and comma price 3, and again we insert comma quantity 1, comma quantity 2, and comma quantity 3. So the next one is calculate the subtotal of the price 1 and quantity 1. So we have to calculate it and uh, calculate the price 2 with quantity 2 and price 3 with quantity 3. After we get the subtotal, we should calculate the total, the subtotal minus with the subtotal times with 0.10, and the output is the subtotal, which is
And
the
also the
total.
total.
Yeah,
And
the end.
yeah, yeah, so this is the flowchart. Start, input, price 1, 2, 3, quantity 1, 2, 3, and the process, calculation, and for the output, total and subtotal. That's all for question 1, and now we are going to be talking about question 2. So the question for question 2 is, you are required to create a program to calculate the average marks of a student based on marks entered for 5 subjects. The program should take the marks as input, calculate the average, and then output the average marks along a status based on the average. So for part 1, we need to input subject 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. And for the process, calculate total mark based on subject 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And to get the average, we divide them by 5. And this is the, how do I say this? This is a status. If it's over or equals to 90, it will display excellent. Equals to 80 to 89, it will display very good. 70 to 79, good. 60 to 69, satisfactory. And if it's below 60, it will display needs improvement. And for the output, we will be output status and also the average. And for the variable of this pseudocode, it is subject 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and also the average and also the status. For the data type, I chose integer and also string.
Okay, let's go for the algorithm. So the first one is input subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, and subject 4, and subject 5. And next we have to calculate the total mark using the formula subject 1 plus with subject 2 plus subject 3 plus subject 4 and plus subject 5. So after we got the subtotal, we have to calculate the average of this formula with total mark divided by 5. Okay, so if the average is above 90, the display status is excellent. If else the average is above like 80 to 89, it is displayed, the status is displayed as very good. If the marks are displayed as 70 to 79, the status displays as good. And if the 60 to 69 marks is displayed as satisfaction, but if it's below 60, the status displays at least improvement. So the display is status at average.
So this is the super code. Start total marks. All becomes zero. Input all the marks here. Calculate average. If status. And lastly, display status and average. And that's all for super code. Now we are going to be talking about the flowchart. Okay. So start input what? Input the data, calculation, another calculation here. So this here will be the decision making for the marks and also the status. Excellent, very good, good. This right here is the connector as I don't have enough space to write on the piece of paper and I connect it to another to a second to another page. So continue here, decision making, satisfactory, needs improvement, and lastly the output for status and average and end. So that's all for PBL1. Thank you.